Hey everybody, it's Amber Swanson. Welcome to the Pro 3 PowerHouses training. We are super excited that you have taken your time out of your night to join us to learn how to move your business forward, to learn how to get to Pro 3 and beyond. This is something that happens every single Monday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so you definitely want to make sure that you have it in your calendar. And we've switched up a little bit of things tonight from the other weeks, number one. And number two, you're always going to get a different flavor depending on the leader that is on here doing the training. So super excited you guys are with us tonight. We also have Pro 8 Tiana Tymn with us tonight. Super excited to snag some time off of her calendar because she is a Pro 8 powerhouse. So we're going to go ahead and jump in and talk about what this call is designed to do. Jennifer, the remote isn't, oh, there we go. Okay, it worked now. This call is designed to give you purpose and vision, okay, to help inspire you and empower you. And we also want to be celebrating the new Pro 3s that are coming along from this call. So you want to get there as quickly as possible so that we can feature you on this Monday night broadcast. We've also, sneak peek, we've also included some scripts for you tonight. So we're super excited to share those with you too. So if you do not have a pen and paper, make sure you grab one now so that you can be taking notes. We're going to be able to give you vision and really a little bit of a roadmap. I'm all about a roadmap of, you know, to know where we're going, we have to know where we've been. We also have to know the steps that it takes to get there. So are you playing with the slides? They're still not working on my end. We're trying to play slides tonight where we're giving other people access, and I don't think it's working for us. Okay. So you want to make sure, I'm just going to go to the next slide whenever you can get it there. You want to make sure that you write your business story, okay? You need a story to be able to share with people why you're passionate about the products or why you're passionate about the business or both. Also, your story is happening in the moment right now, guys. So as you're sharing with people, as you're rank advancing, as you're having testimonials with the product, you are creating your story right now. And the one thing I want to really touch on with this is your story sticks with you forever. Okay, so I want to give you a little bit of how to do this. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. Don't go to the next slide yet, but thank you. But a little bit about my story and my business story. I'm going to tell you that part now, then I'm going to tell you a different part here in a minute. But my business story, I got started May 7th of 2010. In literally 9 days, I had sponsored 3 business partners onto my team. And 5 short weeks later, I went to an elite academy, the very first one I ever went to, which was the 3rd one for the company ever, 5 weeks later. Coming home from that elite academy in those next 2 weeks, I sponsored 5 more people into my business. So in the first, I don't know how many weeks that is, in the first under 2 months, I had 8 new business partners on my team. And I got to tell you, it was just from sharing and sharing my business story. Even when I had my very first, when I was very early on, I was telling people, oh my gosh, you guys, I have 48 people on my team. And that was customers and distributors. Even if you're saying, I have 12 people on my team, that revs people up. Other people who've done network marketing before have maybe never had anybody on their team. And so highly important for you to be able to tell them that. So different part of my story so that you guys feel like you know me a little bit better. I'm going to do a quick 1-minuter. When LifeVantage came to me, do you want to switch the slide, Jennifer? I think. Oh, nope, sorry. When LifeVantage came to me, I was broke, could not afford the product, let alone doing a business, didn't understand the video at all. But here's what I want to tell you on the flip side is that I understood that it was a consumable product that people were going to take every single day. And just because I didn't fully understand it did not mean that the science wasn't valid, did not mean that the peer-reviewed studies were not valid. And I knew anti-aging was a big deal. All we had at that time was Protandim NRF2. I knew it was a big deal, and I knew that the masses were going to catch on and I could learn as I go. I was doing garage sales to pay my bills. My house was in foreclosure for the second time. And so I was looking down a dark road and looking for a network marketing opportunity. Thank God Greg Deeker brought LifeVantage into my life. And I'm going to flip it over to Tiana. She's going to tell you a little bit about her story and how LifeVantage has been for her.
Well, thank you so much. It's an absolute honor to be on this, by the way. Thank you for the invite. It's awesome to be with Powerhouse Women, and Jennifer and Amber and the group of people that are part of this Monday night training are just incredible. And so it's an honor to be on this, especially presenting with Amber, who is my very first mentor in this business. And she has a way of making things so super simple and easy that she even got me to do this business. And so just to give you a little history on myself and my story is, this was brought to me in August of 2010. I was looking for something, but I did not know it was network marketing. I didn't even know what network marketing was. I had heard of these weird companies. I never understood why you wouldn't just go to the store and buy what these people were selling. But this was a little bit different. And I did understand what the science was behind this product, behind the NRF2 Protandim. I understood everything about it. My mom was passionate about finding something to reduce oxidative stress from the time I was 13 years old. And where I was at the time, I was a hairstylist, a mom, and a wife to fabulous people. But we were also we were about ready to be suffocated by a mountain of debt. We were $165,000 in debt, and that did not include our house. That was from bad business decisions that both myself and Adam had made. And it wasn't going away. It was just getting worse. And so I was open to hearing what this was. I didn't think I was going to actually do this as a business. I knew I was going to share with my friends and family, call it a day, and take these products for the rest of my life. And it was through talking with Amber who got me going, who got me to see that this business model can be so simple and that anyone can do it. Because basically what we're doing is using products, sharing products with people and a business, and finding people who at minimum want to use the products, but at most want to go out and share and be a part of a team and maybe collect a little bit of residual income or a heck of a lot of residual income. So that's where I was when I started this business. Wasn't quite sure, but it has been singly the best thing that has ever happened to my family and myself. So if you want to change, thank you. Why Pro 3? This is a total foundational rank in the company. At this rank, you get paid 5 levels deep. The average income is $580. It also activates the launch bonuses, which when you start building this business, those are such great little bits of thank yous that come back to you with every person that comes into your business. It also activates the matching bonus, which the matching bonus itself is probably at least a third, if not a little bit more, of our residual check every single month. It is a huge, huge part of what we do. And it's a very generous bonus. So how you get to Pro 3, what you need is a 5,000 GV per month. That means your group volume for the month needs to be at 5,000 points. You also have to have 2 legs, which we'll talk about in a second. And then there needs to be a balance between those legs. So 80% of your volume of that 5,000 can come from one leg. The other 20% can come from another, or even multiple legs. So for example, right down here, that split would be 4,000 out of one leg or 1,000 out of another leg. You could also have 5 separate $1,000 or 1,000 point legs. So there's different ways to get to Pro 3, but the very basic minimum is you have to have 2 legs and a minimum of 5,000 GV points. So let's talk about just a little bit, PV equals personal volume. As you start going in this business, and I still get hung up on this, being Pro 8 and being in this business for 8 years, learning the different verbiage that is used in network marketing and a part of LifeVantage, it'll make your road much easier. So the PV equals personal volume. And this is a volume of your purchased items shipped directly to you. Whatever your personal order is that you order every single month, plus the volume of your personally enrolled preferred customers. So as you're going out and sharing, you want to share this information with different people. Some will become customers, some will become distributors, but those ones that stay preferred customers, those people and those orders are part of your personal volume. This is a big deal because, and which we'll talk in just a second, having a lot of people in your personal volume helps you in the long run. Same with the GV. So the GV equals group volume, or otherwise known as OV, which is organizational volume. This is the amount of volume in your entire organization. So it's you and everyone down. Then we're going to talk a little bit about the leg and what it means to have a leg. The term used to refer to a line of distributors starting with one person under you or front line to you. It's recommended that you strive to build a minimum of 5 legs front line to you to maximize your income potential. So as you can see here, you at the top in green, love the green, by the way. And then everyone in that first level down below you, right there, there is a potential of 4 different lines or 4 different legs that will be growing in your business. And as those legs start to grow, those particular legs will make up the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legs and even beyond there. There's some people who stick with the minimum of having 3 legs is what you need to get to Pro 10, but in order to go beyond Pro 10 to 11 and 12, you need to have a minimum of 5 legs. So we always recommend to people, keep people close to you, build wide, and that way your organization has the stability that it needs. Oops. Now I'm going to pass on to Amber. She's going to talk about becoming a pace setter. It's the battle of the remote.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay, it took away my mute button. It wanted me to stay mute. Okay, anyway, become a pace setter. I know we talk about this every single week. You probably hear this from the person that you're working with a ton, because we strived to put cash in people's pockets quickly as they were building their business. For years, we were begging LifeVantage for this, something to get off to a fast start, something to put cash in people's pockets. And so it is here again from July through September. And I want you guys to be very, very clear with this, whether it's for you or whether it's for new people that you're bringing on. The faster they grow their business, the more money we can put in their pocket. So once they achieve Pacesetter Pro 2 in their first 90 days, that is $100 to that brand new person. When they maintain it for the following month, that is an extra $100, okay? Now, don't forget, for them to get to these ranks, they probably brought in a couple of team members that allowed them to be paid out the Smart Start bonuses. So, you know, if it was a silver pack, $100. If it was a gold pack, $200. If it was a platinum pack, $400. So that money's coming into this extra money here with Pacesetter is just extra. Now, Pacesetter Pro 3 again has to be achieved in their first 90 days. That's $250 to them. And once they maintain it for that following month, that's another $250. So a total of $700. And if people always ask me these questions, I want to be clear on, if you skip from Pro 2 to Pro 3 in the same month, yes, you still get all of that bonus. And the date that we're using as a starting date for their first calendar month is the following first of the month. So let's say somebody got started today on July 23rd. Their first 90 days would start the calendar month of August 1st. So they actually have a little bit of extra time, but make sure you guys, when you're talking to your brand new people, or if you are a brand new person, acquire this pace setter title. You will have recognition at Global Convention October 24th through the 27th. And if you also, if you're a leader already and you're bringing in brand new people and you have 3 people get to Pace Setter Pro 2 or Pro 3, you become a Pace Setter Pro. So get on that Pace Setter. Let's talk your first 90 days going from Pro 1 to Pro 2 to Pro 3. Obviously, if you got started as a Platinum pack, you already acquired Pro 1. If you got started as a Gold pack, you acquired $500 points, 500 points. If you got started as a Silver pack, you acquired 250 points. So let's talk about, if you got started on a Platinum pack, you already have that $1,000 of generational volume, and that pays you 2 levels deep. At Pro 2, which to be a Pro 2, you need $2,500 worth of group volume, and that pays you 4 levels deep. If you're getting this, the higher the rank you are, the further you get paid deep into your organization. We just got to help you get that organization going. Pro 3, again, $5,000 of volume in your business. You're paid 5 levels deep. It's really our foundational rank, because once you hit Pro 3, what we want to do with your people is help them hit Pro 3, and we want that to duplicate down through your organization. So leveraging your enrollment volume. If you got started on a Platinum pack, okay, and let's say you get started on a Platinum pack and even it's July 23rd, okay, you have $1,000 worth of volume. Go run and get yourself to at least Pro 2. That's only 1 more Platinum pack enrollment and some customers, okay? So let's just say that you start talking to people about business. This call is a lot designed for business because we have a lot in place for customers and products. So let's just say, you go find a jumper, somebody who wants to do business with you, somebody who looks up to you and follows you in business, somebody who's passionate about their health. Let's say, again, you got started on a Platinum pack, they get started on a Platinum pack, you're at 2,000 points at that point. While you were talking to some people about them becoming a team member of yours, you're going to find some customers. And now with the Vitality Stack, it's 100 times easier to acquire that $500 points, or I keep saying dollars, I'm gonna get this, the 500 points to make up that Pro 2. Leverage that volume that comes in when you get started. And so Pro 1 in your first month, enroll at least 1 distributor. Okay, I always say, go find your jumper, go find your people that will follow you. That's exactly what I did. I was dead set in finding 3 quickly. And so I just literally just went through people without the emotional attachment. I think that's the biggest part. Don't get hung up on one person, whether it's good or bad. Don't get hung up there. Pro 2 in your first 30 to 60 days, Pro 3 in your first 90 days. That's just kind of a guideline, you guys. Some people are doing that in 3 weeks. Some people are doing that in 3 months. Some people it's taking a little bit longer. It's all going to depend on how many people you are out there talking to. And then at Pro 3, obviously, we're teaching the new team members to do the same and duplicating out. One thing I want to touch on is all of the volume restarts for the following month. Here's the best part. We are residually paid. So the customers that you acquire month after month are going to stick with you, and that volume will come through in the auto ship / subscriptions that come through the following month.
So let's talk a little bit about action steps to launch your business and launch your success. Some key things that you absolutely need to make things much easier is you have to have a burning desire, why you want to do this. It's what keeps you up late. It's what drives you when you get the no's. It's what keeps you on the path instead of giving up, because I know myself, there's days that I want to give up, but my burning desire and what it is that I want keeps me going. You also need to be coachable. That was a huge thing, especially for me working with Amber. That was one of the things that she first said to me is, I'll work with you if you're coachable, you have a huge desire. And the next thing is work ethic. This is something that it works if you work it. So your work ethic is in direct relation to what your success is going to be. If this is something that you only want to do like an hour a week, well, your success might be a little bit not as quick as you'd like. So the more that you work on this, the faster your business can grow. So with the business mindset, make your list. Do not prejudge anybody, because you have no idea in this business, and especially in this industry, who's going to do what. It doesn't matter how many people you know that are great at sales or have tons of contacts. Unless they want to do this, they're not going to do it, no matter how great you think they would be at it. And then there's a lot of people, I know for myself, that I didn't think people would, there were certain people that wouldn't do anything, I thought, but they ended up being absolute rock stars in our business. So make your list. Do not prejudge. Start with your top 5 to 10 people. Star them and start working from there. But don't stop there. If you can't get a hold of them, if you can't connect with those top 5 to 10 people, move on to the next. It's just like Amber said, do not get emotionally attached to anyone and what you think that they are going to do for you in your business. Connect and invite your business savvy contacts. Like Amber said, we're in this business to build a business, so you want to have business partners. It's always awesome to have customers, because sometimes customers turn into distributors, but for the most part, customers a lot of times just stay customers. So if you want to have business partners, start having, think about who it is that you know that is business savvy, that has maybe already had success in other businesses, being self-employed or entrepreneurs. Usually those are the people, not always, but those are the people that might see this a little bit quicker. You and your mentor, share the vision and tell the story. This is on-the-job training. This is something that you cannot sit back and learn everything and then go out and do. This is an industry and a business where you will learn as you do. Will you be perfect? No. I still mess up things time to time in conversations. But you get better each time that you do it. And this is what it built on, is that on-the-job training where you get to hear someone else, whether it be a direct mentor or somebody from a pro audio or someone from a meeting, where you can learn, hear something that connects with you, and then take it, put it into your words, and put it out to people. Acquire business partners and duplicate. So basically what this is we are helping people to help themselves, to help others, to help themselves. And building a business, you got to have the business partners. So share with everyone, but look for the business partners. These are some sample scripts to launch your business. And these are just 3 different examples, but more important than just the words that are in front of you. This has to be something that comes from you that people are going to believe. I know when I started, part of the scripts that were handed out were, I've just partnered with a publicly traded company. If I would have said that to any of my people that I knew, they would have been like, what drugs are you on? Because I was not somebody that was into publicly traded companies. So nobody would have believed that about me. This is something that you have to find the words that resonate with you, and that the people that know you know that you're not just trying to sell them on something or be a fake. So here are some very simple scripts. I found something super exciting I want to share with you. When do you have, and then you can say, when do you have time? When do you have an hour? Or when do you have 10 minutes to just get the conversation going? That's a very, very simple way to get into a conversation. This is something that I used all the time, was I have something that's going to blow your mind. Are you open to new opportunities? The best thing to remember while doing this is people aren't looking for your words or critiquing your words, but they're looking where your belief is and where your passion is. So the more that you can show that you are passionate and that you have belief that this is going to be a huge thing, that's what people are going to connect with. The last one that we have here is, can you imagine what it would be like if? So if you're in conversations with people and they're telling you that they're either short on money or they're short on time or they don't like their job or they're just looking for something different, this is a great opener that you can say to people. Can you imagine what it would be like if you didn't have to wake up to an alarm? Or can you imagine what it would be like if you weren't having to rob Peter to pay Paul every month? I have something that may help you out in those areas. So like I said before, these are sample scripts. Find a way that it works with you, that it's your words, showing belief, showing passion, showing excitement, because, you know, sales are one thing, and a lot of times people turn off the network marketing opportunity because they think it's all about sales. But when you can connect on a human level, using your words and being excited about what you're seeing and doing, that's what people want. Because in this world, a lot of times people aren't exactly thrilled with the position that they're in. And they're probably not having a heck of a lot of fun. I know myself, when I was starting this business and being over $165,000 in debt, I was overwhelmed. But the fact that I saw people having fun, the person who shared this with me, thank you, Debbie Robinson, she had passion and she had belief. And that's what made me want to go to my very first meeting. So these are samples. Back to you, Amber.
I love those scripts, and really because it just keeps it so super simple. It's truly what we say to people, and if you can say it over and over and over and over again, you're going to see success. Just get into action, create the conversation. So let's talk about what it looks like, literally what it looks like to be a Pro 1 in 1 month. And here we're talking about, again, a platinum pack. If it's a different pack, adjust the numbers. But enrollment volume, 1,000 points for becoming a platinum pack. Easy enough. All this, what I was talking about earlier, if we can get them one platinum pack in that same month, that's $2,000 of group volume for them. Okay, so qualification for Pro 1 is obviously only one leg. It can come out of one leg only. But what we really want to show here is what happens month 2 and why continuing to sponsor people is so important, especially in the beginning, to kickstart and launch your business and to keep it going every single month. Because month 2, let's just say you just ended the month at $2,000 of group volume. Over here, you're seeing the subscription volume for the next month would be your subscription is the top one showing at 200 PV. Their subscription showing underneath that for 200 PV. That's showing month number 2. If that's all you did, you would have $400 of group volume. Okay, so being able to continue sponsoring, once we get one person on our team, I'm helping them as quickly as possible find their jumpers, find the people that are going to do business with them, star their top 5 to 10 people, and get them rocking and rolling. Example for Pro 2, what it looks like in month 1. Again, and we're talking about sponsoring distributors. So platinum pack, sponsoring 2 platinum packs. If you did that all in 1 month, right there, you got $3,000 of group volume. You are a Pro 2. Let's look at what it looks like the next month so that we can keep it going. Again, subscription volume so that you're getting paid out. The most you can get paid out is the 200 PV. On those 2 brand new people, that would be 200 PV coming from them times 2. $600 would be what would be coming in month 2. So there is a way you're going from 3,000 to 600. Again, number one, greatest thing on the planet, because a lot of businesses, you're getting in and you're never re-getting that volume because you're just selling a one-to-one product that's not consumable. So we at least have that volume coming back in month after month, which is awesome. Let's talk qualification, 2 legs. Again, Tiana touched on this. You can count up to $4,000 coming out of one leg. The other $1,000 has to come out of a different leg or can be comprised of your customers. Example for Pro 3, $5,000 in 1 month. That would be you being a platinum pack. And if you're newer and you're further along, cut off the you part because you're not going to have that volume this month. But let's talk down deep. Go sponsor 3 new people this month. That's $3,000 of group volume. We always talk in platinum packs, just so you guys know. Again, if you're doing something different, adjust the numbers. But I remember from Elite Academy, 544% was the number that Darian Jensen gave of how much more money people make, how much longer they stay in the business, on and on and on, platinum pack wise. So that's you sponsoring 3 people at $1,000 per person, and then one of them sponsoring a person at $1,000. Month 1 would be $5,000 of group volume. Month 2, if we're extrapolating out the same thing we just did in the slide before, that's $1,000 of group volume. So again, we want to be making sure. I said the wrong numbers on the last slide, but that's okay. I'm sure you guys caught up. You want to be making sure that once somebody gets started, your whole goal is to help them get a return on their investment, help them get new team members on their team as well, so that you're growing the business and you're truly, truly launching yourself. Tiana Banana, it's all you.
A little bit muted. And I have to apologize. I have a snoring dog here, so hopefully you guys can't hear it.
I can't.
Oh, good. So this is your roadmap to your return on investment. And so when you start out looking, or when you start this out, if you came in on a silver pack, your cost was $350. All that you would need to do is maybe sponsor 1 platinum pack. Right there, you're actually getting more than your return on investment. Or you could go the route of 2 gold packs, which 2 gold packs, you're still getting more than than your investment. And then the silver pack, you would need to purchase or sponsor 3+ people into a silver pack. You get $100 for each one of those, and so you're getting $300 in return. So if you enrolled on a gold pack, that'd be $650 your cost. The platinum packs that you would need to bring in people on that are 2. Gold packs 3+, because as you see here, 2 times 3 is 200 times 3 is 600. So you'd still be a little bit short there, but you could enroll maybe another distributor either on the gold pack or on the silver pack, or find some customers. Because remember, the first time that people order, you get 40% comes back to you on their very initial order. And then on the platinum pack, that's a $1,250 investment that you make. You would need to have sponsor 3+, a little over 3 people. So 3 people and some customers to get your money back. Or you could sponsor 6 people plus on the gold pack, or 12 plus on the silver pack. And just to give you an idea, when you're looking at these numbers and the amount of work, because people always wonder why it is we talk in the platinum pack, you can just see right here on the last, what was on the last slide, but the work that you have to do to get your money back for a platinum pack is so much less than what you have to do if you enroll platinum distributors as well, rather than a silver pack. So 3+ people compared to 12+ people, the platinum pack is always the best way to go. if you can, but meet people where they're at. So let's talk about your monthly overhead. I was blown away by this when I came into LifeVantage because I was a hairstylist that had owned my own salons. When I owned a salon with 2 other women, our average overhead a month was $10,000 plus. Out of that, $2,100 of that $10,000 had to come directly from me. And right before I started LifeVantage, we had closed the salon down. I was just being an independent contractor, but still, my overhead every single month was $2,200 minimum before I ever even got paid. So when I saw that the actual overhead of what I needed to have in my business to be able to qualify for all of the different ways of getting paid, it was a 200 PV, meaning that's your personal order and your customers' personal customers' orders. And if you have a 200 PV or more, you maximize all the bonus payouts. The dollar value differs from the point value, so make sure when you are when you're looking at your volume and the points that you need and the PV, that it all lines up, because the only two products, actually 2 products that have equal points for value is Axio and now Pet Tandem, Pet Tandem. Couldn't remember what the new name was. But if you look through here, what's exciting about this is, like Jennifer and Amber had both said, when we started out in this company, there was just 1 bottle of Pro Tandem. It was $40 with 40 PV. So you had to have at least, you had to have your order plus another 4 people ordering, or 4 different bottles that are being shipped out to make up that 200 PV. Now we have such a luxury because we have this plethora of products, and as you see the different PVs that are on all of these products in front of you, it's not only just 1 bottle to make up this PV. The Vitality Stack itself, my goodness, we have a lot of options here. So don't be afraid to talk with people, and don't talk yourself out of the 200 PV, because out of that 200 PV, 40 points of it has to come from you, but the rest can be made up from your personal customers. And we have so many wonderful products. I know myself, we use, in our household, every single one of these products gets used on a monthly basis. The game's a lot easier now than what it was 9 years ago when the company started.
Okay, let's talk royalty bonus paid out on subscriptions. I'm just going to make this really super quick. If you have questions right now, start typing them in the chat box so that we can answer them when we're done. So if you have questions, type in the chat box now. Royalty bonus paid out on subscriptions. One thing, really, as we're going through and you're growing your business, I love keeping track of the shipments that are going out on the 5th, the 10th, the 15th, the 20th, and the 25th. In the beginning, there might not be a lot to keep track of. However, and when I say keep track, I mean I take a picture of my numbers the night before, so on the 4th, and then the next morning I take a picture of my numbers again to see how much money came in overnight on those subscriptions that were coming in. If that doesn't make sense, don't do it yet. Wait a little bit of time, but if you're further along, it's a great way to be able to gauge your business. Royalties are paid out on the 15th of the following month. That's always a question that brand new people have for us. And again, maintaining a minimum of $100 PV total through Pro 3. And then at Pro 4, you must have a minimum of $200 PV and above. Tiana just spoke about we must have a minimum of $40 PV personally to get paid. We already talked about all volume starts over at the beginning of the month. Smart business tips. Give me the slide. Give me the info. There we go. Okay, so set a business plan timeline. Where are you now and where do you want to be? Where are you now on July 23rd? July 23rd means we have 8 days left of the month. Don't throw your hands up and go, oh, I can't get anything done. You know, the first week was July 4th. The second week was Elite Academy. Oh my goodness, what do I do now? Don't do that. Continue talking to the people that are on your list. Also, go back to the people who have not yet been able to make a decision. Help them make an educated decision for their family. Check your numbers where you're at today. Go in your back office. See where you're at today. See how close you are to that next rank. And go see how close your team members are to that next rank as well, okay? Help people over and over and over again get to Pro 3. So you're mentoring them there, and then duplication is occurring and your rank advancement goal is happening. Let's talk action steps really fast with a call to action. Last week we did a call to action of adding 20 new people to your database. Tonight's going to be a little bit different, but action goals. 15 business presentations per month minimum. You guys, that's one every other day. Okay. And I would say that's, you know, if you're more part-time, if you're going for the big time. Okay, if you're going for the big time, double that number and do 30 presentations a day. That doesn't mean you have to do one every day, but maybe you do 2 some days, maybe you do 3 some days, maybe you're taking Sundays off, whatever that happens to look like, but we're just giving you a roadmap of how to get there. Keep adding to your list, keep inviting and sharing. And so the call to action for tonight is going to be talking to 7 brand new people, 7 brand new people between tonight and next Pro 3 Powerhouse call. Okay, so again, that can be 1 person a day. You can do 2 people a day or 3 people a day. But let's just remember that Pro 3, we're building width for wealth and we're building depth for stability. To be a Pro 5, like that's all I'm going to touch on this slide. To be a Pro 5 with $20,000 worth of volume in your organization only takes 4 Pro 3s. I hope that puts that a little bit more into perspective. A lot of times people get so tripped up, you know, on how am I going to get there? It's really just recreating Pro 3, recreating Pro 3. So the call to action is talk to 7 brand new people. This isn't even follow-up, so you got to do your follow-up on top of that. 7 new people by next Monday night's Pro 3 Powerhouse call. I'm going to kick it over to Tiana to close us out tonight, and then we'll take questions.
Woohoo!
If they want. If you guys want to, you know, if you need to go ahead, but we like to spend a little bit of extra time with people who want the extra time.
So also want to announce that for anyone Rockstar, the slide up here, we're looking for the Pro 3s that come in the first 90 days. We'd like to have them highlighted and interviewed on one of the Monday night training Pro 3 calls or Zooms. So make it a goal. Get there. We'd love to hear from you. So I'm going to close this out with the Powerhouse training will continue next Monday. It's every Monday. And this is for anyone, whether you're just starting your business or you're relaunching your business. Like I said, every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Mountain time, 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. Same Zoom, same place. But we are excited because next week it is, I believe, going to be Jennifer Smith, Pro 6, and also Pro 6, Shannon Shine. Both are amazing. Both are absolutely fantastic people, but they know this business and they're out there to help. So bring yourself and bring your team and bring new people, because this is, like I said, it's for everyone. It's not just the brand new, it's the people that are wanting to restart their business or just keep going. So I want to say thank you again for giving us your time. Thank you for inviting me on the call, ladies. I appreciate it. But let's get after it. This is something everyone can achieve, is this business. And with that, go get your 7 contacts and make it happen over the next week. Back to you, Amber.
Was there questions in the chat box? Do you want to stop the recording? And then, was there any questions in the chat box?